Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching our video today on what exactly is homeowners insurance and tips on how you can save money on it. Joining me today is Casey Woodfin from Goosehead Insurance. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be on your channel today and talk some insurance.
Of course. I met Casey back at my office and he was really cool. He came in, it was just like, guys, I've been in the industry for such a long time. If you ever need anything, just give me a call. And I even remember the one time I called you, it was like 7 p.m. on a Friday because I had a client situation and I was midway, I was like, oh, should I call you back on Monday? And you're like, no, I'm always working just like you. So I truly love working with Casey because no matter what time or day it is, he's gonna pick up the phone and just be there, and he's very helpful. So let's go ahead and get started.
Perfect, let's do it.
All right guys, so obviously if you're looking for a home, you definitely need homeowners insurance, and we're gonna explain to you guys what exactly is it.
So homeowners insurance is to protect you in the event of a loss on your property. If someone was to get hurt, if there was damage to a roof, pipe breaking, any sort of that stuff, it's to protect basically your largest asset.
Right, exactly. And then that is always mandatory, or is it optional?
So it's going to be mandatory if you have a loan on the house. If it is a strict cash purchase, it's highly recommended, but at that point it would not be required.
Okay, when should a buyer look for homeowners insurance?
Yeah, so if you're really in the home buying process, obviously you're going to be looking at a lot of properties. I can give you ballpark pricing on, let's say you're going to go look at two properties this weekend. I can give you ballpark pricing on that. With that being said, you need to solidify and you need to have it ready to go for your lender basically 3 weeks before you close.
Would your credit score affect it?
Yeah, so credit does play a factor in the pricing for these home policies. It is really carrier to carrier. Some carriers don't really mind what your credit score is, where some are pretty heavily based.
Obviously not all policies are one size fits all, so how much would someone know they would need?
Yeah, so as long as you, it's not necessarily me telling you, hey, this is what you need. What I'll do is I'll give my recommendations.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's your policy. You get to decide. You can kind of customize it, and I'll go over those options with you.
Why is it so important to have homeowners insurance and a great policy?
Yeah, so obviously, insurance it's not needed until it is needed. Mm-hmm. And if that was to happen, you don't want to have a cut rate policy. You want to make sure that you have, full water coverages. You want to make sure you have low deductibles. You want to make sure your house is properly covered. That way, in the event of a loss, your insurance company is not fighting tooth and nail to shell off some cash for you.
That is something that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, doesn't sound like it would be very fun for some of these buyers.
No, definitely not. Okay, and then so example, if your water heater breaks, causes damage to our entire house, would the homeowner's insurance cover that?
Yeah, so this is actually a question I get a lot. So the damage resulting in the loss is going to be covered, but insurance is not going to cover the busted water heater. They're not going to replace the water heater, but they will cover the damage resulting in that.
Okay, and that's mostly important as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What about flood insurance? Do all your policies cover that?
No, flood insurance, or flood, is actually one of the perils that a homeowner's policy does not cover. With that being said, especially in this Houston market, this is an area that doesn't flood once a year. It floods 2, 3, 4 times a year. Highly recommended for any of your buyers, regardless of what flood zone they're in. Houston is actually a perfect scenario for a flood, unfortunately. We have it's a relatively flat terrain. We have a ton of concrete, and then also the climate. We have the potential to get a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. With that being said, a kind of perfect recipe, perfect scenario for these big floods. If you're looking at a property, whether it be with Nikki or by yourself, definitely shoot me an address. At that point, I can run it through my flood zone determinations and say, yes, you're going to require flood insurance, or no, this property is good to go. You're not going to need it to close.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so you're just like the one-stop shop. We can just go to you and you can just let us know what we need and
exactly.
how much it is.
Exactly. Come to me for your home, your auto, flood insurance, all that fun stuff. I'll go over all the options for you, talk about how we can make this stuff cheaper actually over time, and give you all the options that you need.
That's awesome. I mean, there's just so many different parts in the process. If you can help any buyer, remove that stress, it's just so much better.
Yeah, the home buying process is pretty complicated. It seems like we need everything but their blood type.
Yeah.
So if I can make it a little bit easier with a 30-minute phone call, that's what I'm here for.
Great. And then is that the process? They just call you call them, or is it an app they download? You have to fill out an application. Everything's on app now.
Yeah, exactly. No, we unfortunately don't have an app yet. With that being said, either call me or give me contact information. I'll call them. I'll reach out and see if we can get them squared away.
Yeah, and I actually prefer, either face-to-face phone calls, and Casey's always jumping. If I have a client, he's just like, hey, I'm gonna call them. So you do a really good job of just getting to them very quickly and very responsive. Let's give our viewers 3 tips on how they can save on homeowner insurance.
Perfect. So biggest tip I would say is look at bundling the auto insurance with who you have your home insurance through. Second biggest tip is go through a broker. The reason why I say that is some of these captive carriers, meaning they only write one product, a lot of times they can tell you that this is the best price in the market, but I mean, realistically, how do they know? If somebody has 25, 28 options like I do, it's a lot easier for me to say, hey, I have this really good price, and I searched it through the market and I can't find anything cheaper. Okay. Here's my best option for you. Here's why you need this coverage. And then at that point, I can give low deductibles, I can give water coverages, and still remain in that price point that they need it to be.
Okay, awesome. That's great. And so all these tips are just so helpful, and going to an insurance broker is why it's so important.
Yeah, and ultimately, you're not going to want to call 20 different insurance companies and try to find rates, right?
Awesome. And then let's let them know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah. So I have a Facebook page, Goosehead Insurance -- Casey Woodfin. Also, feel free to friend me. I'd love to have y'all as new friends. And then my information will be below, email and phone number as well.
Yeah, definitely. We'll link Casey's information below, and whether you're a buyer or an agent that needs a great rep, definitely contact Casey, because he is someone that I trust and would direct my clients to.
Perfect. Thanks for having me, Nikki.
Of course. Good seeing you. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.